Hey everybody, it's Michael from Replica Airguns. I have another tabletop video review. Today we're looking at the ASG Cobray Ingram M11 Non-blowback CO2 BB machine pistol. And again, this is a tabletop review. I will be following this up shortly, probably next week, with a field test shooting video where I'll test out velocity, accuracy. So today we're not going to be shooting it, and I really don't know how it will perform. We're just going to take a quick look at it, go over specifications, details. By the way, this product is available in both our Canada and our US Replica Airgun stores over at replicairguns.ca for Canada and replicairguns.us for the US. I'll put links in the description if you're interested in buying it. All right, let's get right into the specifications. This is a replica of a M11 machine pistol, and it only shoots in semi-auto, not full auto. It is Cobray licensed via ASG, and it has a fully functioning retractable metal wire stock. It is mostly all plastic construction other than that metal stock, so the frame and the magazine are going to be plastic with a few internal metal parts. It does have a non-rifled metal barrel that, by the way, is 5.25 inches in length. It does use a 12-gram CO2 cartridge that fits into the dropout plastic magazine that also holds the 39 steel 4.5 millimeter BBs. Now this gun does weigh in at 1.29 pounds or 544 grams. The total length is either going to be 10.25 inches or 18 inches, depending on the length of the stock. So if the stock is retracted, it's going to be 18 inches. When the stock is in, it'll be 10.25 inches, which is 260 and 457 millimeters in length. You're going to find non-adjustable sights on this gun, a post in the front and a peep in the rear. And the barrel is recessed for added realism. This gun shoots just a hair under 400 feet per second. I believe it's 395 is the claim. And it has a double action only trigger with a working safety just in front of the trigger that I did break, and I'll show you that in a little bit. I broke it when I took this gun apart, and I'm going to take it apart for you, kind of like a field strip, but you will have to remove that safety before you do this, or you will also break yours as well. Now again, this product is distributed by ASG, and it's made in Taiwan. It does come in this nice cardboard box, which I'll show you right now. ASG does a nice job with their boxes. They always look really good. They're always clean, have the information on there that you just need to see on the box. So metal telescopic stock, 39 round magazine, compact design, semi-auto only, so not full auto. Same on the side there. You do have some specifications here. Length, 255 mil, weight, 531 gram, 4.5 millimeter, 39 rounds, ABS material, so mostly plastic, 2.5 joules, 120 meters per second, or 394. I said 395, I was off by 1. All right. What's in the box? Well, of course, you get your manual, right? Again, ASG does a nice job with all of their printed materials. Okay, so it's just gonna show you, there's always these silly warning character instructions there. Inside is kind of where all the information is. Safety switch, rear stock, how to put CO2 in it, load the BBs, all of that stuff. Some information here as well. You do get a little bag of 4.5 millimeter BBs to get you started. You get your Allen key for tightening the CO2 screw on the magazine. Okay, and by the way, this is that little piece that I broke off of the safety. I'll show you that now because I'm going to toss it in a bit here. So that's supposed to go like that, so when you move it, right? And there's like a little pin that goes through it that I snapped off. So this is toast, but the good news is the safety still works, okay? So it's not a big deal, and now if I ever want to take it off, I don't have to worry about removing the safety, right? So that's cool. All right. Now I generally do a comparison video, but I don't have any similar guns. I really don't. I don't have another M11. I just have Mini UZIs and things like that, and they're quite different. So this is its kind of own thing, but you know, everyone's pretty familiar. They've seen these Mach 11s in movies and different things. They're just a really compact mini machine pistol. So typically they would shoot in semi and full auto. In this case, since there's no blowback or anything like that, we're not going to be able to shoot in full auto. Pretty much full auto is going to be determined by how fast you can pull that trigger, and it is double action, so it's not going to be super quick. All right, we'll do a quick walk around and then I'll take it apart for you because why not? I've already taken it apart once and wrecked it. So we'll take a look. So here you have, now none of this works, it's molded in. Normally this would be your bolt, you know, how to cock your bolt back, probably an open bolt type system. You do have a notch sight on the front. You do have a recessed barrel. It's a little bit dark in here, but hopefully you can kind of see up and in there. Yeah, you've got a fake selector switch here. You do have the Cobray markings on it, right? We'll get to the stock in a second here. You got your trigger guard, you've got your trigger, so it's safe right now. So that's the length. Yeah, it's a bit long, isn't it? So, you know, I will take it apart in a second here, so we'll get into that in a bit. This is the button here for the stock, so you push that in, and your stock. Now, what you also need to do is squish this, so squish this together, so you can get it out of there. Otherwise, you're going to be hitting this, so don't make that mistake and try to pull it back, and then you're just whacking that. You're going to want to open it right up, push the button in once. If you keep it pressed down, it's just going to come out. So you don't really want that unless you want to remove it. So you just close, push it once, let it go, open it, and you're all the way back. Now this is a nice, really high quality rear stock. I'm not going to lie, it's probably the best part of this whole gun. It's all metal, and I'm going to say it's probably steel, not just metal, but steel. Feels like it's a nice quality metal. You do have a magazine release here. You push it down. This is a plastic, all plastic magazine other than some internal metal parts like the valve and whatnot. Okay, but you just load it from the top essentially. So there's no loading hole in the bottom. You're just going to have to load BBs through the top and feed them down. Okay, you've got your CO2 screw here for your 12-gram CO2. And it's not a bad weight. I mean, it's a pretty large magazine. It's long, holds 39 rounds. So, you know, but metal would have been nice because the rest of the guns, you know, other than the stock, is all plastic, right? Okay, so we'll keep that out for now. Did I show the other side? I didn't show the other side. So let's show the other side. So you got some more Cobray markings. You got a serial number. There's not too much writing on here. It would be nice if they toned this down just a little bit, but there's no huge warning instruction, you know, that small print that's kind of takes up a huge space. You don't see it on here, so that's kind of nice. Okay, so made in Taiwan, right? Ingram M11 SWD Incorporated, Atlanta, Georgia, USA. I guess that's where the originals would be made. Caliber 4.5 millimeter BB. Okay, so we are going to take this apart. Why not? So essentially, you have to pinch this, sort of move that over, and then this guy comes out, and then this guy comes out. We're going to need this. Now I am going to remove the stock, just in case, because that's what I did last time. So now we have this piece here with the pin out. You can take this guy right here and push this in. I'm going to do this a little bit off camera because, so when you push this in, you push it forward. If I can do this, I just have a really bad thumb here. So push that out in. There, see how I pushed it in? And then I was able to slide this forward. And then it does get a little bit tricky here. All right, so I got it out. So essentially, when you pull it out, you're going to have to sort of pull it out till it gets to about there, which is in the back. And then you kind of have to lift the front out and the trigger sort of pushes out against it. But that's how you do it. So, and then it comes apart. You can see the mechanism inside, right? So there's some metal inside, as you can see, obviously. There's your safety, right? And then this is just a plastic receiver, pretty straightforward. And when you put it back together, you're going to have to... Now this gun is a little tricky to take apart, and you know, you have to do a little bit of squeezing and pulling and stuff. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but the trigger kind of gets stuck in there a little bit. So what I mean by that is when you push this in, right? So the trigger here kind of stops you from moving it all the way forward. So you need to kind of like just pull it up like that. But then getting it back together is kind of hard, right? So you kind of have to just force it a little bit and then it goes back together. But, you know, and I don't like it. It's a little bit probably suspicious the way I'm doing it. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but if you do want to take it apart, again, just make sure you definitely remove the safety selector because that is going to, you know, be a problem. It will work once you remove it, so you could just keep it off if you're going to be taking it apart often, which I don't know why you would want to, but who knows? You can do what you're going to do. All right, so let's put the pin back in. Is it that way? I don't remember. It's this way. Okay, so you just so you know, you do have to move the safety back because it'll be in the way. If you don't, it won't go in. Put that in. Put your stock back in. All right. And we're back together again. All right, let's go over some of the pros and the cons. The double action trigger isn't horrible. Gotta have it on op safe. It's not horrible, but it is long. It is somewhat heavy. So there's that. And it will make you work a little bit for action style quick shooting. The fit and finish is actually pretty good. You know, it is all plastic pretty much, but in terms of realism, it does look legitimate, even though it is very lightweight. It does have that high capacity 39 round magazine for lots of shots between reloading. I do like that metal stock. It's probably the best part of this pistol. It's very well made. I would say it's probably made out of some sort of a steel. The peep sight in the back is ideal for quick target acquisition. It's a bit open for me, but you know, it's nice and open so you can find targets pretty quickly. And you can kind of field strip it, but be careful again of the safety. You must remove that first. Do so at your own risk. And as I showed you, it does have that recessed barrel for added realism. And it has that full-size dropout magazine that holds the CO2 and the BBs, which we all like. And thanks to ASG, it's Cobra licensed, which looks good on this gun. And the markings aren't over the top with a huge warning instruction printed on it. All right, some cons. Some more metal would have been nice in this gun. Maybe a metal magazine, maybe some sort of metal barrel shroud or something. Just a few more metal parts, metal trigger. It all adds some weight to the gun, makes it feel a little bit more realistic. And that peep sight, although it's kind of nice to have it larger for quick target acquisition, it's not going to be great for accuracy because it's a little bit large. You're going to have to do your best to get things centered in there for accurate shooting. And there's not a lot of working parts other than the trigger, which you would expect, safety, the stock, and magazine release buttons. All right, that wraps up this review. Stay posted for my field test shooting video later on. Again, this product is available in our Replica Airgun stores over at replicairguns.ca for Canada and replicairguns.us for the US. If you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, again, check out replicairguns.ca for Canada and replicairguns.us for the US. Also, make sure to come on down to replicairguns.com where I have all the written articles and posts with additional photos there as well. All right, thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.